Hey guys, Jamiy here today on Roblox. We're playing some more Monsters of Etheria, as you can see on the screen right now. Now, obviously, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be checking out the new Snik's mutation line. I'm going to say evolution line, but mutation lines in the rainbow form. So obviously, I've just quickly unlocked the rainbow. I didn't unlock like the demonic, the other ones, just because I'll probably be opening up some more of these boxes. And also, if I get those ones, and if I use the vouchers and actually just unbox them as well, it's just going to give me duplicates. I might as well try and get them legit. And I'll save some vouchers for the future in case there's only one. If I ever want that's just like missing demonic one, I can just use my vouchers for that. Makes more sense. But also the rainbows, I already obviously have like 150 of all of the colours for the vouchers. So I can get like another 150 monsters rainbow, which is very nice. They're kind of OP. I wish I could probably like give some away, but I can't. So yeah, that's the thing. But I'll say this right now, okay? I've already checked it out, because I think what I'm going to do is, if I have like a cool video that I think I'm going to be doing, I'm just like post a teaser to it on Twitter. But I'm not gonna lie, okay? Now, also the builder and the animator for this is Wolf Dragon. I'm pretty sure there's actually only been 3 new monsters in the game so far, which is Kindite, Ribbon, and Snik. Now, if you look at Kindite or Kindlet, you can see Wolf Dragon animated it, Ribbon, Wolf Dragon animated it, Snik made it and animated it. So Wolf Dragon actually had a huge part in like the recent monsters. Also, like, I'm guessing he didn't make these ones, but he animated them, which is still really cool, because the animations for them are actually really good already. But just to let you know, a few of his other monsters is just like that he's made is like Irasper. I'm not the biggest fan of Irasper. It's kind of cool. It reminds me of like the Durant, and there's another steel bug type, like something like the Scissor, I guess. But obviously, it's Terra Metal, not a Bugger Metal. Kind of reminds me of something like that, because it looks like it would be a bug type, but it's just ground metal, which obviously you can see it's only weak to one thing, and it has so many resistances. But I'm not a big fan. It's cool, but it's probably one of like the weaker monsters in my opinion, or well, for like the design. He also made Etheria. I'm not really a big fan of Etheria. It's just, for me, it's just a Dreamcaster. I mean, yeah, I can't really complain too much about it. I mean, if you look at something in Pokemon, Muck, it's just a pile of sludge. Magneton, it's a pile of magnets. I mean, I understand why they would want to make something like this. It's just like an easy monster to make, really. But some other monsters that he's made is Umbris. Probably one of the fan favourites in this game right now is probably Umbris and Magu, which also he didn't have anything to do with Magu, but also the Gamer Dude also makes some pretty good monsters as well. But Wolf Dragon, I think right now is probably killing the game with his monsters. Okay, like I said, Irasper I'm not a big fan of. Etheria I'm not, but like I said, he made Umbris probably one of the most fan favourite, other than Magu. Those two right now I probably would say are the fan favourites. I figure Polygon also is, also by Gamer Dudes. So like Gamer Dude and Wolf Dragon are just killing it for like making monsters and animating them. And another one of his I believe is Teep, which in my opinion is actually really cool, because it's a cup of tea. I mean, I'm British. It makes sense why I like it. Also, he made this one and animated it. I think this is one of the cooler looking monsters. Yeah, it's just it's kind of weird because I don't like Etheria, but I like Teep. I guess that's just the Britishness inside of me. But then we have Snik. Probably now probably like the #1 fan favorite. I feel like, in my opinion, I think this is the most elegant monster that we have in the game right now. It is that good, and it gets just more better with the rainbow. It just fits so well with it. So also in today's video, we're gonna check this out. So I'm gonna start ranting, okay, about how good his monsters are. This is, like I said, probably even though I feel like it should have been a legendary, like a Draconian. Uglypo did say he was actually thinking about making this one a Draconian, or at least he told me. But the reason why he didn't is because the ratio from legendaries to normal monsters is too great. I think he said it's something like 11% right now. So 11% of the monsters in the game are legendaries, which I feel like that they shouldn't have put this one in the game, because I feel like this should have been a legendary. It's just too good looking to be a normal monster in my opinion. But it is a normal monster, and it's actually one of the easiest monsters to get. The quest is like literally like 10 feet away from each other just to like get it done. So one of the greatest looking monsters, best looking monsters, really good speed as well. It actually competes for Monstrum, because obviously, yeah, Monstrum's quicker, but it has the sticky ability, which if also Monstrum hits it, then actually Secton will actually be a lot quicker than it, because the sticker will decrease their speed if it gets hit, which is very good. Also, it's a physical attack, which I thought was very weird. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any dragon moves. Uglypo said that he kind of forgot about dragon moves when he was making the move pull for it. I still think it should be energy because it only has a beak, but that's fine. I mean, hey, if we get Dragon Rush, I think it would actually be really good. It has Fly, it has Bug Bite. Shame that we don't have anything like harder hitting, but I know. I mean, it gets growth, so that's all you really need is growth. And you get Giga Drain, or not Giga Drain, Mega Drain. Giga Drain apparently was too OP for it to have, which kind of sucks. But like I said, a very good monster, and it's one of the easiest monsters. So maybe actually that's a good thing. Maybe like I said, it could have been the legendary, and I think it probably should have been because it's just too good looking. But with it being one of the easiest monsters to get in the game, and it's to be one of the best looking monsters, and maybe that's actually a good thing. Because newer players that actually can play this game, because some of the monsters like Pot Brawler, which I actually didn't know actually you had to do anything to get Pot Brawler or Teep, is because I already had the money from transferring over to Pokemon Fighters EX, so I didn't know that you actually had to unlock that one. That's probably one of the harder ones. Like I said, it's good looking in my opinion, but also I know that some people won't appreciate it. But with that being said, I mean, just look how good it looks, and that's not. And then just look at the shiny. Okay, the exotic is really cool as well. It's purple, very nice. But I think it actually might be a good thing that it actually is a really good looking monster, and I would say it's actually the easiest monster to get for like at least for the quests at least. Like the quest star is in there, and the monster egg that you have to get is just up here. Like it's in like what 20 feet of each other, super easy. And because it's one of the best looking monsters and one of the easiest monsters to get, people will also be able to get it really easily that are new players, and then it's pretty much just going to be like, oh, this is a really good monster. I'm going to 100% like try and unlock everything else because maybe something else is going to be better. So, I don't know. I think it's like a good thing in itself, but I just feel like it's just too good looking in my opinion to just be a normal monster. It's too good looking. Unfortunately, though, it actually is a bug type as well, which I said in my video when we first found this thing in the Etheria or the Monsterpedia game. And I said I could see it being a bug type because it's like a little worm sort of stuff, but I couldn't really see them making it bug type. I was like trying to think it could be a bug type, but I don't really know if it would be. Actually, turned out it is a bug dragon type. Pretty much, in my opinion, you got Snik. It looks like a Dratini like evolution line, also Dratini and Dragonair, and also the Snik looks kind of resembles from a Pokemon standpoint like a Zygarde Cell, which is actually really cool as well. So this is already going to be like people's fans' favorite. People love Dragonite's evolution line. People love Zygarde and Zygarde Cell from like the anime and stuff like that. So like 1,000,000% of like people, because obviously this was Pokemon Fighters EX originally, and it was Monsterpedia, or Monster of Etheria. People are just gonna love this mutation line, like just on that basis alone. Like on top of that, it's a really freaking good looking monster on its final evolution. It reminds me of like Articuno, like Dragonair, like stuff like that. It's just like yes, and it's Bug Dragon. People that love Flygon, for example, are gonna 100% love this one because this is like the Mega Flygon that we never got in Pokemon. Like best monster so far that I in my opinion, I think this is the best monster that we have so far. Just a little bit better than Magu and Umbris and Porygon. Those I say are still probably the fan favourites, but I feel like in my opinion, this is my favourite monster that we have in the game so far. It's just so good looking. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. We're just gonna quickly go through all of them really quickly. Did I put on inverteds? Yeah, point inverted. I guess it already is purple, so yeah. Oh, the eye like kind of glows. Kind of cool. But there is that one. Here is the Seren. But I don't know. I think it's actually a really cool monster. Obviously. Oh, actually, this is actually really nice. Like kind of like a white and pink. Ooh, that looks really nice. But I mean, I can't say it's the coolest looking monster, but it 1,000,000% is the most elegant looking monster that we have in Monsters of Etheria. Like, I'm sorry, but competition's like just destroyed. Like, I don't think there's gonna be. I don't think there will ever be a better monster that's more elegant than this thing. I just think, I think maybe they should have saved it for like a few later updates, because also this is like, I think the third newest monster in the game, because I think all of the other updates we had is like reskins and like Magu and stuff like that. But I don't know, I think with this being the game, I think some of the future updates, like if it's something like, I don't know, like Kind and Reborn is cool, but when you have this in the game, I mean, come on, come on. It's just not fair. But with that saying, I mean, also I love all the monsters. There are some of them that I will prefer over them, and also this is like one of them that I will prefer over pretty much everything in the game. But just all of the people that actually work on the game, like making some models, like some people only made like one, some people made a bunch. Of course, the gamer dudes, Wolfragon, he's also animated for lots of other people's monsters. Just like the community that this game actually has, like the developer side, is just astounding, really. Like, don't get me wrong, I know that some people don't really like some of the monsters. I think that they're good in their own way. For example, like Irasper. I'm not a big fan of Irasper. I think it kind of looks weird, but I know that some people like it, and because it's something different, I think that's a good thing for the game. Because you don't want the monsters, all the monsters like feel the same, like be like that have like the same design, sort of stuff like that, have the same feeling behind it. Because people are just gonna get bored because it's like just a copy and paste over and over and over again. And I kind of feel like it's kind of like Ribbon and Kindai is kind of like that. Also, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if they're made by the same people or not. Kindai, no, they're both, they're made by different people, but there's like a free evolution, free mutation thing, and like it goes from like small cute thing to like a slightly bigger small cute thing, then to Magmanta, which is just kind of weirds and kind of like a bit uglier version of it, I guess. And also you got Ribbon doing the same cute small thing, and when it evolves like a bit bigger but still cute. Then Final Evolution, kind of like on the cool side, I guess, but kind of like a bit uglier than the cute version. And also Snik, another free mutation. As you can see, there's a pattern, like all of them are just free mutations. Oh, actually, there was another update. I forgot about the Mbiki line. So this is technically like the fourth one, but Mbika's like different. But also, like the three new monsters in the game so far all been like free mutation things. So some people might say, oh, it's just copy and paste all the time. But Kindai and Ribbon, like I said, I feel like they're just too similar, to be honest, for them to be like back to back in an updates. But I still think they're cool. But I'm glad that we didn't like get another monster that is, like resembles like something really, really small. It gets a little bit bigger and just gets a little bit bigger, and the stats just go up, and that's really it. They're just too similar, I feel like. But I'm glad that they brought in something completely different. Like, this is nothing like we've really seen before, to be honest, in like the updates that we've had so far. So kind of glad about that, because I know people would probably 100% get bored of just seeing the same thing really over and over again. But anyway, let's go check out the rainbow then. So here is the rainbow Snik. So I don't know, I think, like I said, it's good that there are bad monsters. Like, for example, I don't really like Lulafairy. I know other people are going to like Lulafairy, which is why I don't really hate on it a lot, and I don't really hate on any monster. But because I don't like it, I know, like, and I said, I know other people are going to like it, so I'm not going to hate on them too much. But yeah, I think it's a good thing that there are monsters that I don't like, because they're all 100% different. There's only a couple monsters that like I could say I copy and paste, like Ribbon and Kindai, even though they're made by different people, and I'm also they're 100% like, oh, they are different monsters, but they just feel too similar, to be honest. Like free mutation just get a little bit bigger, then the final one is just a little bit bigger again. I'm just like, if they just kept doing that over and over again, I'd say that the community would just get bored of it, but they're not. As you can see, that every monsters are different. That's why they actually have a lot. That's why I'd say this is probably one of the better games for like their monsters. I know some people just completely hate on it because like the monsters look too dumb, but I feel like you can't just have every monster just looking amazing, because everyone will know then, oh, this update, it's going to be cool, and it just drops the level down of the monsters. If there's no bad monsters in the game and no ugly looking monsters in the game, and they're all really, really cool looking, like if you got a bad monster and you got a cool monster, like also you're going to appreciate the good looking monsters more. But if every monster's good looking, then they're all on the same level and there's not like any wow factor, Whereas if you have an ugly monster, like for example, like a Rasper, for example, who was made by the same person that made this monster, you can 100% say, oh, I don't really like a Rasper, but Siren or Sector, completely different. Like, it gets people excited, which I think is a really, really good thing, that they have bad looking monsters and good looking monsters, but also that isn't like me saying, oh, a Rasper's ugly and no one likes it. People like a Rasper. Competitive wise, it's got really, really good resistances, but it's fairly ugly in my opinion. And some people might say that Secton's a bad looking monster, they might think that Rasper's a good looking monster. It doesn't really matter, but the fact that I feel like most of the community will say that they think that some monsters are really, really ugly and some monsters are just stupidly good. I think that's what the game actually needs for it to like keep people interested in it. Like I said, that's just my opinion, my interpretation of the game, but just look at how good the Rainbow Secton looks. Just look at it, okay? Just look at it! It's just so good. And now let's go check out the... Sorry, I've just got a stuffed nose. I'm also working tonight, so I don't know if there'll be any streams or not today. Because I did stream a bit yesterday. But anyway, let's go check out the Rainbow Reflective. So here we are then. So there is the Rainbow... I was going to say SEREN, no, this is Snik. I'm a slippery Snik. I can't remember what the meme was, okay? It's like, what, that was like 2012 or something like that. Stupidly long ago. But here is the Reflective Rainbow SEREN, which also is very nice. I know, I'm just really, really glad they added in this monster. Kind of, like I said, kind of sucks that it isn't a legendary, because I 100% feel like it's just too good looking to be a normal monster. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, just makes all of the other normal monsters just look bad in comparison, but it's just like, that's a good thing in my opinion. Like, they can't just have every monster just be stupidly good looking, otherwise the game's just like, yeah, it's another good looking monster. People are just not going to really be as hyped, whereas if you have ugly monsters and a new monster comes in that's stupidly good looking, and like, is like elegant as this one, then it gets people hyped, and I think that's a good thing. Like, hype can keep games alive for as long as possible, really, which is, in my opinion, a very good thing. But anyway, there is the Reflective Rainbow. You can't really tell it's actually that reflective, which I kind of think is a good thing on this monster, to be honest, but it looks so good. So, hands down, I think this is probably my favourite monster in the game so far. Like, I love... Umbris is really, really good. I prefer Magu over Umbris, though. But I think this is a new winner. I just think this is a new winner. I don't think there's anyone that's going to be able to make a better monster for a few updates. I mean, damn. But yeah, I mean, all the developers for this game and all like the builders and all like the animators, like Wolf Dragon's done a lot of work. Gaming Dude's made some really, really good monsters. Like Magu line is really, really good. But I just feel like this game can only just get better. I can't wait to see what all the monsters are like they're planning to release, because obviously in the Monster PD game you can see that there's quite a few of them that still need working on. You can see that there's some new Titans, it looks like. The new like Ignite Titan, which is a legendary. There's some new Titan class monsters coming out, which are legendaries. So not really too sure when those are coming out, but like I said, with all people saying, this could have been a legendary in the game. But the only reason why he didn't want to make it legendary was because he didn't want to add too many legendaries in comparison to monsters. There's too much of a bad ratio. Like I said, I think in the game right now he says there's something like there are 11% of the monsters in the game right now are legendaries. 11%. I didn't think it was that high, to be honest, but only if you think about it, there's only like 30 monsters, and 3 of them are legendaries, and that doesn't include Magu's two other mutations. That's technically like 5 among like what 30 something monsters. So it's definitely a good thing there isn't a legendary, or they didn't add a legendary in this early, because honestly I feel like it would have probably ruined like the legendary, like being legendary status. But I just feel like they probably could have held off on this one because it's just that good looking, and I'm really bummed there isn't a legendary, because I would 1,000,000% grind and just like sit wherever it would spawn. Like this one, like it's a bug, so also it would probably spawn in the bug area. I don't think in Pokemon Fighters EX we had too many legendaries actually spawn in that area, so I'm kind of bummed that it wasn't, because it would have been a really, really cool addition to like the Draconian line, or Draconian class legendary thing. But I don't know, I'm just really glad that we got a really cool monster like this early on into like the development cycle for the game. Like, it's just so good. But anyway, I'm gonna leave off there. It's a fairly longer video because I went on a rant just at the start just about how good looking this monster is. But hey, just because this is a good looking monster, like don't take that wrong, okay? Saying that every little monster from now on is gonna be bad. We could see some monsters that could be just as good as this one. Also, it could be by Wolf Dragon, could be by other developers, or even new developers that want to try and build for the game. Or we could see something completely better than this. Like, just because we have this in the game now doesn't mean every little monster is just going to be bad. It means, like I said, it's mainly your own opinions. Like, I think this is probably one of the better looking, well, not the best looking monster in the game, but the most elegant. I still think that Mago is the best looking monster, but this is the most elegant by far. Like, it's the most like Milotic of the monsters of Etheria. Like, Milotic is one of the most beautiful like Pokemon from like Feebas, for example. I'd probably say this is probably the beauty of monsters of Etheria so far, but that doesn't mean that we can't get anything better than this, and it only like really shows what they have planned for the future for monsters of Etheria, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool game in the future when they add more monsters in. So anyway, I'm going to leave that off there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like always, I will see you guys next time.